a 28-degree snowy day in Indianapolis. We welcome you to the Conseco Fieldhouse for the Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers. Here's Miller for three.
Reggie Miller coming from the weak side on the flash. He's just standing up over the much shorter Vashawn Leonard. You can't just walk in out of the health club and think you're going to be a good player.
It counts, and the foul. Reggie Miller.
Terrific closeout defense.
And Reggie Miller able to finish it. Pacers up now 58-51.
Going big with Strickland, moving Jamal Mashburn to the guard.
Reggie Miller from downtown.
The team is losing. They're off to their worst start in I don't know how many years, virtually within memory.
Miller off balance. Hits from downtown.
For Jamal Mashburn in the first half, fortunately, he stopped shooting later in the half.
And Miller putting moves on Mashburn. It counts, and the foul.
But Reggie Miller has to move away from Jamal Mashburn. Tough to see where there was any contact there as Reggie was fading out of bounds.
Reggie 6 of 7 from the line. He has 26 points. Now Miller posting, shooting over Hardaway. Reggie Miller with 28 points. He's done it right from the start. A very consistent game.
As Reggie realizes he's got a short guy on him, he just goes right into the post. Reggie was out working for at least 45 minutes with assistant coach Rick Carlisle, the heir apparent to Larry Bird here, working on that low post turnaround game that he knew he would get today, facing the short guards for the Miami Heat. And this was this afternoon at 3.5 hours before the game today. Reggie in the post again.
30 points for Miller. So the final, the Pacers 94 and the Heat 84. We'll be back to hear from Reggie Miller in a moment.
Big game for Reggie Miller. You know, we talked before the game about the fact that Dan Marley was not here for the Heat. Was it a lack of defense, or were you just hot tonight?
Well, you got to give Dan a lot of credit. He's really played me soft throughout the years, and I think it kind of worked in our favor tonight that he wasn't here. But, you know, you got to give everyone on the team credit. We understand this was a big game. We haven't been playing particularly well, but we came out and got into the game very quickly.
Well, you have been up and down, but very, very strong here in Indianapolis. You're now a game and a half up in the East. How good is this team?
Well, if we can continue to play like this and get bench production like we have been, we can be pretty good. But when we start playing selfish and don't move the basketball and play no defense, we're just an average team.
Thanks for joining us, Reggie. Let's head it back tomorrow.
All right. Bill Wolf, Lisa Milowski, I'm Marv Albert saying so long from Indiana. This has been a presentation of the NBA on NBC.